Well, we've began on sunflowers. We started a few hours ago. Things are kind of working. It's not my GF controls, it's a shitty Trimble that I planted these with. It's just wandering all over, so some of these passes I can make my GPS. Why that AC keeps cranking up? I can make my GPS run pretty good, so I don't know if this will be a whole video or not. We don't have a lot of sunflowers, but we do have these ones, I guess, in another field. I might make a whole video out of this. We'll see how much I record. Might be a short one. We're cruising along. They're not doing very good. They just had too much water. Too much rain. You can believe that. Yeah, see, that's how my just shitty, not straight roads one bit. So it's getting dark. The weather's not pushing us. Weather don't like to run after dark. It's a little tough for him to see, so I'm going to make one more round here and then call it a day. Resume this in the morning. They are dry. I think the sunflowers, you own them around 12%. These puppies are like 6.5, 7. So just like the beans, they went from not ready to ready overnight. And we just, one of them years you just can't cover ground fast enough, you know. So you just do the best that you can. And we are using corn heads for sunflowers. I call them cornflower heads now. Kind of like the bean head guys. Got a draper head, but they call it bean head because you can only use it for beans. Turns out you can use a corn head for sunflowers. Who would have thought? Is it ideal? Not particularly. I think you definitely have a little more head loss. Eventually I'm going to get a Fantini or something like that, like a nice 40-footer, so you can actually keep the combines full and do a little better job. But overall, if you keep your deck plates closed up and kind of tip your feeder house up, it does do it. But we're going down a pretty good hill right now, so it doesn't look that way. But it actually does a pretty good job. So we're not dissatisfied with them, but eventually I will get a Fantini as soon as the markets come back and things get a little better. Along. Well, we're shutting her down for the night. We got the last truck loaded, and we'll just leave everything up here tonight. Oh, fuck, it's been a day. I didn't even work as hard as these guys did. These guys worked way harder than me. So we'll get everything empty and tarp the truck and shut her down. That's what we're gonna do. I don't know. It's hard to tell what these things are yielding. They're not as good as I thought they were gonna be, but I had a little more hope for them. Unfortunately, the good part of the field, the best part of the field, got drifted on real bad by a neighbor spraying his corn, and they just never really recovered well from it. So it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So you just kind of got to eat that one in the shorts, I guess, and hope it doesn't happen again. But there was potential to make a little money on these things at one point in time, but I don't know. Now with the yield down and the drift and all that, and the drowned out, there's more drowned out here than I expected as well. So it kind of sucks, but I'm trying not to bitch. Well, we are back in the sunflower field. We're dumping. If everything goes good, we should finish today. Said we're not very many acres of them, so. Combining up here next to the water. We're gonna have to stop on the end. I think we build a fish dump. Going around and around. Plugging along. Getting something done anyway. Kind of just going around this land now. It's easier to turn on the ends. So I'm gonna have to come up here and do a little fall burn down because I got a lot of weeds, and it's not gonna get cold anytime soon. Usually it's frozen by at least really hard once by now. It has not frozen hard at all. Just a little bit in September early. I'm gonna be off. Trying to be a cameraman. Well, we're done here. Moving on to the next one. This was a big field. Got one little field left. A couple little parking lots, I guess, is what they are, basically. So we're gonna go wipe them off and then probably get back to spreading fertilizer. I need to come up here and spray this one. Give her a little burn down post-harvest. There's quite a few weeds around the edges. We did a pretty good job across the field, but there's just some spots that are pretty rank, and then the drowned out spots are plump full of weeds, all that good jazz. But looking out across it, I mean, overall it's okay. Could have been way worse. So. But come up and touch it up with a sprayer, that'll help a lot. Clean it up, and then we'll mow a few of these waterways and stuff. Knock the big weeds down, and then I'll plant springweed out there next year. So we're gonna move on down 5, 6, 7 miles, something like that, and go from there. I'll pick you up if anything cool happens. Well, we're nearing the end here. Just doing a little dumping. We're gonna have to dump on the stop here in a minute. The wind's blowing most of them out of green cars by the looks of it. Hit the end of the road. It's like 87 and 40 mile an hour south winds. It's quite a warm day for this part of South Dakota in October. I'll tell you that right now. It's not something that, well, it's kind of been the theme the last year, couple of years now. It seems like we have warmer falls, longer falls. We used to worry about getting snowed out the first week of October. Always tried to be done with corn by Halloween and stuff, but it seems like things are changing a little bit. So, all right, I'll quit rambling. Pick you up in a bit. Look at them go. Dumping away. These ones are also quite dry. Well, that is a wrap on sunflowers. Be a day or two before we start corn. I may have talked about this, I'm not sure. But we got to go dump some trucks now and close up a bin, all that good jazz. Catch you on the flip side.